Boom, boom, boom. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM video live stream edition of the WSJM Morning Show. It is Friday, February 27th.
Yes, it is.
Friday. We deserve this Friday. We earned this Friday.
We deserved and earned it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, good morning and welcome.
And we're not withholding taxes.
Thank you for joining. Not withholding taxes.
Yeah, because we got paid, but we're not paying taxes on it.
What do you mean?
It's a tax-free Friday.
Oh, today. Apparently, we've got Random Mike today. Today, we have Random Mike in the.
It's true. It's true. It's Random Mike Friday.
Let's see. We've got temperature-wise out here as we're talking about this on the show this morning. It's cold, but we're going to get to 55 degrees today. I feel like it's been an especially long winter.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
Yes. It's like an old school Michigan winter.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like it ever wants to go away.
Yeah. So we may get more snow this weekend, but other than that, I don't think you'll see the e-bikes out this weekend. If they're out there, they're really skating on ice, skating on thin ice.
Thin ice, baby.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of thin ice, we are on, I think, the next to last episode, if not the last episode of Alone.
Oh, okay. So
I think they've got 3 or 4 people still in. I can't remember. I fall asleep while watching this. I do. It's a really good show, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It just comes around. We watch it around my bedtime.
Yeah, like 1:30, 1:45 in the afternoon.
Yes. No. But I really am liking how much fish they're catching. I really appreciate.
Isn't that cool?
It is really cool because they I don't think I'll give too much away. They can bring 10 items out with them.
Right.
And they can't bring, like you said, they can't bring shotguns or crossbows or anything like that. They have to live off the land in this Arctic Circle environment. And so a lot of them are getting their food source by fishing.
Yeah.
And so they're doing fish nets. They're doing, what do they call the one where you've got the line in and it's got an automatic trigger?
It's sort of like, that's how ice fish.
That's how you ice fish, but they were doing it without the ice,
right?
Which was really cool.
It was.
It's why in the world isn't everyone doing this? Why am I sitting here waiting for the thing?
Right.
When the stick could set it for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I really am appreciating it, and they're catching a little bit of pike. They're catching something called an incunu.
Yeah.
I don't know, which has apparently a high fat content.
Yeah, kind of looks like a fatty whitefish.
That's rude.
Well,
you fat whitefish.
Exactly.
Anyway, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great weekend planned. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
We've got the Parade of Planets. That's what we have.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the parade.
I didn't even know we were having a parade.
Well, I mean, I can't imagine that you don't have the John Philip Sousa already queued up and ready to go for the parade.
I'm not allowed to play music.
The parade. The Parade of Planets. Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter.
Right.
So anyway, this Saturday, after the sunset, apparently the rare phenomena is going to occur. 6 planets appearing to align and form a parade across the evening sky. So we'll talk about that here in a couple of minutes.
Interesting.
On the WSJM Morning Show. And it's been a while since we've been able to see clear skies, so it's kind of nice to look out there this morning and see the moon and everything. Okay, back in a moment. WSJM.
This month.
How? We haven't charged anything.
Paying the minimum isn't enough. It will keep getting higher until we take control. We need to go to 47fastcash.com.
With our bad credit?
47fastcash.com can help any credit type get approved for up to $5,000 in minutes.
Take control and get the money you need at 47fastcash.com. 47fastcash.com.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
31 degrees and clear skies in Benton Harbor right now. Clear and 32 in St. Joseph. It's a chilly start to most of the areas of Southwest Michigan. 28 degrees and clear in Dowagiac. What's the feel like in St. Joseph right now? In St. Joseph, even though the thermometer says 32, it feels like 27. We don't have any precipitation in the forecast for today. It's just going to be mostly sunny.
Yeah.
Mostly sunny day, breezy and mild, a high around 55 degrees today. Enjoy it, although you're going to need a windbreaker. The southwest winds gusting to 30 miles per hour.
I'll just stand on a different side of the house.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Partly cloudy, suntan on the different side of the house. Partly cloudy skies are expected tonight, a low around 30. Southwest shifting to northwest winds, gusting to 25 miles per hour tonight. And that's going to bring in colder temperatures this weekend. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of snow developing late in the day, a high around 38. Sunday, partly sunny, a 30% chance of snow developing late, and a high around 30. So it's going to be windy today, tonight, and tomorrow. Maybe it'll calm down by Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, there's a 30% or better chance of precipitation. Snow possibly on Monday, rain the rest of the week.
Wow.
Yeah, rain the rest of the week because we have trending temperatures getting higher and higher. A high of 43 on Tuesday, 47 on Wednesday, and getting up to 54 by next Thursday.
Ooh.
Yeah, spring.
It's going to be March.
March, meteorological spring,
Right.
will have sprung, and we're getting more daylight every day.
We are.
And next week is when we mess with the clocks. Next weekend,
Oh, is it
Yeah.
already?
next weekend, not this weekend,
But
next weekend. Next weekend. All right, some of the news from the WSJM newsroom. The Michigan Department of Transportation says it is 75 to 80% complete with planning for the reconstruction of Main Street in St. Joseph next year. The project calls for a full rebuild between Elm Street and the Blossomland Bridge. MDOT has met with local officials and the public for more than a year now. Spokesperson Nick Sharippa says the input has been critical to shaping the final plan.
This is an opportunity for us not just to go in and replace pavement, but to make this road what the community wants to see. So that's a big deal for us, and we're excited to do it.
Sharippa, who was a guest on the WSJM morning show earlier this week, says feedback from residents and Berrien County has helped with the final design planning.
And this goes right down to sidewalk locations and where we have crosswalks and where you can and can't turn left off of Main Street.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really detailed level things. And that's one of those conversations with the county that ultimately led to a potential change in where we can and can't turn left there because they wanted access to the jail from a certain road, not, this road, not that road. And it made a difference in their workflow.
If we're helping design the Main Street in St. Joseph, I know a lot of people put in a input because MDOT went out with a survey.
Right.
And they asked everyone in the area to, put in your thoughts. What do you want to see in downtown? A lot of people said, let's do away with the crosswalks. Let's build something over the top of Main Street so people can just walk a pedestrian bridge. They said a lot of people have suggested that in the past. And they said, way too expensive, not enough room.
Yeah, it was earlier, end of last year when there was that pedestrian bridge down in South Bend that was to an elementary school.
Did it have a traffic circle?
No.
Oh, okay.
So it's old.
Because I know they like their traffic circles in South Bend.
It was old, but it was so the kids didn't have to do the crosswalk.
Oh.
So it needed repair.
Oh.
And the price tag on repairing that thing was
astronomical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're hoping to get some private sponsorship. That didn't happen.
This pedestrian bridge brought to you by the cost is one thing, and then the engineering is another thing.
Right.
Because if you want to do the ramps, you can do the spiral, the corkscrew.
Yeah.
But that's that's what that is.
Then you got to get way up in the air because you got track. That's a business route.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Highway, state route.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to get higher than a truck. So you'd have to be at least 17 feet, if not higher.
You know what they should do?
What?
Build a loop-de-loop for the road. Just.
Or how about an underground tunnel?
Oh, that'd be even better. Let's do underground. Yeah, we can do a tunnel
Yeah.
under the.
I love it.
Anyway, all right. That's
Go into the market, go down.
That's not nonsense. The project will include
Stalag 13.
the actual project will include two-way traffic on Court and Ship Streets. That's a new thing because it's one way now.
Right.
They're going to make it two-way because they say number one, it's not utilized. You're not using the traffic system the best it could be used.
Correct.
And number two, they just say it's going to make it easier. It's going to make it easier for people to get around. So that'll be nice.
So how are people going to get so right now where it's one way?
Yeah.
So if they make it two way, but when you go over the bridge to go into Benton Harbor,
Yeah.
how are they going to re-engineer that?
You're going to have to look at the map.
Okay.
You got me on that.
All right. Thanks.
Construction is expected to cause
Thanks for helping me out.
significant traffic disruption next year. Yeah. So, it's all coming up next year.
Right.
What?
And what else is happening next year? This year? Next
Tell
year?
me.
I think somebody's going to build some condos.
Oh, that, all that remains to be seen, but you're right. The Marquette, they'll have their construction staging. And so that's got to get approved by the city first.
Right.
And so you're going to have MDOT and the Marquette next couple of years. It's going to be a traffic situation.
Yeah.
for sure.
People are, they were like, oh, well, we're solving the paid for parking thing. People can be so ticked off about driving around downtown.
You stop.
They
Salty. First random Mike's here. Now Salty Mike.
All right.
Get
off the lawn.
Okay. Let's go on. Moving on to another story. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced new appointments to some state boards and commissions, including 2 Southwest Michigan residents. Gregory Kugel of Niles has been reappointed to the Michigan Apple Committee through 2029.
Well, that sounds nice.
Because he's a good apple. And then, so he'll represent District 1. Scott Hassel of Decatur has been reappointed to the Michigan Tree Fruit Commission. Representing District 2 growers through March 1st of 2029. All appointments subject to the advice and consent of the Michigan Senate. So they got to be confirmed.
Oh,
basically.
I wonder how you get, what would disallow you from being part of the Tree Fruit Commission?
Picking fruit off somebody else's tree.
Oh,
yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Or saying apricots are better than peaches.
Yeah,
that
do it.
That would be one. Final
why
story.
Don't we grow citrus?
Final story. Yeah. What are you planning here?
Right.
Well, I got an orchard of citrus I'm going to grow.
Right. Putting in some lemon trees.
Berrien Reese is going to host its 2026 annual Science Olympiad competition on Friday, March 6th at Lake Michigan College. 14 middle and high schools are expected to participate, with about 300 people attending. Berrien Reese's Tanya Snyder says students will compete in events that test memorization, problem solving, and communication skills.
So what that looks like can be anything from like a paper pencil type of test in a science field to, a student building something at home with a certain level of specs that were given to them.
Winners will advance to the state competition at Michigan State University later this spring.
It's an academic competition. So, that always is to be celebrated. Students are coming together, they're studying in advance those STEM fields, and they're coming out and they're celebrated for what they were able to retain, what they were able to create.
Again, that's happening next Friday, March 6th. The regional event will run starting at 9:15 a.m. They'll have their awards ceremony around 2:45. I like that. So they're testing the kids on memorization, problem solving, and communication skills.
Right.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Memorization.
Okay.
Like, what's the name of the show?
Mike and Friends.
Yeah, exactly. 7:13 WSJM Morning Show continues. We will be back. We've got sports here on the radio, a couple of important messages, and a check on weather.
Wait, do we do news, talk, and sports?
And sports.
Wow.
And we'll be, that's another memorization. You just passed. You just passed that test. We'll start our conversation on the video live stream here in just a moment on WSJM. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think it's going to be nice. I hope it's going to be nice. The rebuild of the main street in downtown St. Joe, because and we also had a choice of whether we wanted limited traffic disruptions for 2 years, or but construction for 2 years, or massive traffic disruption and get it all done in 1 year. And we apparently the survey said 1 year.
Get it over with.
Get it over with. Rip off the Band-Aid and do it. But that's coming up next year.
Well, saddle up, enjoy the summer.
Yeah, I think it'll be summertime. I mean, and they're going to be respectful as they can, as much as they can, but we'll also have to keep an eye on it too. Yeah. So
give us something to talk about.
Let's see. I wanted to talk about this pilot who's been brought up on charges of being a traitor, basically.
Okay.
A pilot, an ex-elite United States Air Force fighter pilot has been arrested and accused of secretly training Chinese military pilots for combat missions.
Really?
Yeah. A U.S. Air Force fighter pilot has been secretly training Chinese military pilots for combat missions overseas.
Like virtually?
Former U.S. Air Force officer and pilot Gerald Eddie Brown Jr., known by the call sign Runner, was arrested in Jefferson, Indiana.
Wow.
This week.
Wouldn't think that would be a hotbed of espionage.
Jefferson, Indiana, in connection to allegations he taught members of the country's foreign military overseas. U.S. Department of Justice announcing that 65-year-old Brown was charged with providing and conspiring to provide defense services to Chinese military pilots without authorization, which is a violation of the Arms Export Control Act. The overseas training took place over more than a 2-year period. It began around August 2023, when officials said Brown willfully conspired with foreign nationals and U.S. persons to provide combat aircraft training to pilots in the Chinese Air Force.
Interesting.
The United States Air Force trained Major Brown to be an elite fighter pilot, entrusted him with the defense of our nation. He now stands charged with training Chinese military pilots. The Assistant Attorney General for National Security, John Eisenberg, said in a statement, he also said, when U.S. persons, whether you're military or civilian, provide training to a foreign military, that activity is illegal unless they have a license from the Department of State. The National Security Division will use all tools at its disposal to protect our military advantage and hold people accountable. Brown was set to appear in court earlier this week. The FBI New York Assistant Director in charge, James Barnacle, said Brown's arrest emphasized the FBI's steadfast promise to defend the homeland against all foreign and domestic adversaries. Yeah, I mean, so he was he's a U.S. citizen.
Yep.
Brown is. He served for more than 2 decades in the Air Force. He left active duty in 1996 as a major. He flew the F-4 Phantom II, F-15 Eagle, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, and the A-10 Warthog, the Thunderbolt II. So he's training Chinese pilots. I don't know where or when this happened. I mean, I'm sure that it's in the detail here, or if it's not, it'll be released at some point. But that seems like some serious. How do you even start that conversation?
Right.
Where does that start? How does that happen?
And what is he teaching them that they can't learn themselves?
Well, how to fly a plane, I guess.
Maybe. I
don't know. All right. Let's see. What else do we have on this? Not immediately known whether Brown had obtained legal counsel in the case yet. He better.
Yeah.
Don't represent yourself.
No. Not recommended.
Yeah, according to the criminal complaint, he worked as a conspirator to negotiate with a Chinese national to hack into the computer networks of major U.S. defense contractors and also steal sensitive military and export-controlled data for China. I wonder if that was like the manual, the operations manual for the plane. Now that you own a Warthog, here's how to turn it on.
Right. Here's the on button.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Count to 5.
7:18.
Mostly sunny skies today and temperatures getting much warmer. We're going to be up around 50 degrees for the afternoon. The wind will be pretty breezy out of the southwest. Some of the wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy to clear. We drop down to 30. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy. High temperatures only at 38 with a chance of snow by Saturday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
I wonder if the operations manual for a Warthog has an FAQ in the back, the A-10 Warthog. You know, FAQ.
Right.
I'm flying really fast. How do I land?
Yeah.
Frequently asked question. No, we were talking on the video live stream how a gentleman who was a former major in the United States Air Force, arrested and accused of secretly training Chinese military pilots for combat missions overseas. Also, apparently hacked into a defense contractor system to allegedly steal sensitive military and export-controlled data for China. That's just an astonishing thing, especially if you've been in the U.S. Air Force. You've been entrusted as a major. You're entrusted to fly the Phantom, the Eagle, the Fighting Falcon, the Thunderbolt, the Warthog thing,
right,
for the United States, and then you go over and you're teaching Chinese how to a foreign military of any kind. I don't care if it's the Chinese or the French, unless you've got a license to do so.
Right.
Don't do it.
Well, for the French,
because they might be blowing up our people.
Right.
Or flying a flag of surrender somewhere.
If he was doing it for the French, he was doing it for the wine and the cheese.
Probably. That's a tough one. Okay. All right. Good morning. It's the WSJM Morning Show. If you missed that conversation, don't miss out on any of them. We have them off air on our video live stream on YouTube, on Facebook, on the WSJM Smart app as well. Something that we saved for the radio here: the Parade of Planets.
Yes,
it's happening tomorrow night. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. This is a parade you won't want to miss. So look up to the sky. Thank you. That's really good. Usually people can look up at the bright sky and spot at least one planet, 2 or 3 planets. Pretty common, right? According to NASA. But when you can see 4, 5, or even 6 planets, that's a big deal. So it's known as the Planetary Parade. So tomorrow after sunset, This rare phenomena will occur. 6 planets appearing to align and form a parade. Go ahead. When I say parade, you can do. No, stop. Okay, it'll be across the evening sky. 6 planets: Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter will be visible. Seeing a parade of 6 or even parade of even 6 or 7 planets is rare. Of the 6, 4 will be visible to the naked eye. But if you have binoculars or a telescope, you might also be able to see the other 3.
And they're lined up.
Yeah, that's the parade. Oh, you're so bad. You tricked me into that. This planetary lineup will take place days before a total lunar eclipse. A total lunar eclipse is coming, which will occur in the early morning of Tuesday, March 3rd. The light from the nearly full moon could affect visibility tomorrow. So anyway, the planetary parade will be visible tomorrow evening. Look to the western sky 30 minutes to an hour after sunset.
Okay.
And I'm thinking for us, we probably want to start like as soon as we can.
Right.
And if there are clouds, then we're kind of like out of luck.
We are.
Yeah.
Put away the trumpet.
So Mercury, optical assistance will be needed to view that planet. Venus will be visible with the naked eye. Saturn will be visible. Jupiter will be visible. You'll need optical assistance for Mercury, Neptune, and Uranus. You need optical assistance for that. Why are you smirking over there?
I'm just
a telescope or
the information.
A telescope or binoculars can help backyard astronomers observe the planets. Stargazing apps, if you need help knowing where to look or when to look, they recommend Stellarium or Sky Safari. That can also help you identify which planet you're looking at as you're looking at the planetary parade. Yeah, thank you. All right. So anyway, that's happening. Other parades happening, not music worthy. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, yeah, exactly, paraded in front of a closed-door deposition yesterday. House Oversight Committee up in New York. They went on a field trip. Our House Oversight, our House, we've got a debt of like $39 trillion. We've got a deficit every year of countless billions. Why not go on a field trip?
So where did they go?
They went to Chappaqua, New York. Chappaqua. I don't know. That word is confusing me today. Anyway, they went up to New York to talk with former First Lady Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State. Clinton said the committee asked her over and over and over if she knew Jeffrey Epstein. She also said there were questions off subject about UFOs and the debunked Pizzagate conspiracy. Can you look up Pizzagate? Because I guess I missed that one. What is Pizzagate? Do you know offhand?
I remember hearing something about it, but I'm not.
All right, look up Pizzagate, and I'll keep talking about this. I don't know how many times, this is what Hillary Clinton said yesterday. I don't know how many times I had to say, I don't know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never met Monica Lewinsky. Oh, no, sorry, that's another one. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times. Earlier, the deposition was paused briefly after a photo of Secretary Clinton and her legal team, which filed in with her. There was a photo of her leaked from inside the room, which is apparently prohibited according to committee rules.
Oh.
The photo was posted by a social media influencer who claimed it was provided by Republican Representative Lauren Boebert. She's kind of a firebrand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So asked by reporters why she sent the photo to the social media influencer, Boebert responded, "Why not?" So that was that. She was not admonished, or as far as we know. Hillary Clinton commended the Oversight Committee chairman, James Comer, after her deposition for raising what she said was a series of significant questions about the nature of the investigation. In her opening statement on Thursday, Hillary Clinton said she had no involvement with Epstein or convicted associate Ghislaine Maxwell. The committee justified its subpoena to me based on its assumption that I have information regarding the investigations into the criminal activities of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Hillary said, well, let me be clear as I can, I do not. So that's what she said. She released a copy of her opening statement. She had been calling for the whole affair to be open and public.
Right.
Her husband, not so much. Bill Clinton, he'll be testifying today in that deposition. So former President Bill Clinton set to give a closed-door deposition to that House Oversight Committee. This one also happening in New York. So the committee got to stay in a hotel overnight.
Another road trip.
Unless they commuted. No Epstein survivor or associate has ever made a public allegation of wrongdoing or inappropriate behavior by the former president or his wife. But there are a lot of photos and a lot of emails that have Bill Clinton in it. Yeah. Bill Clinton's association with Epstein was first noted publicly in 2002 after reporters learned of the former president's flight that year on Epstein's jet for what was called a humanitarian mission to multiple African nations. Bill Clinton told New York Magazine through a spokesperson at the time that Jeffrey is a highly successful financier and committed philanthropist. Maybe he meant pedophile. Committed philanthropist with a keen
code word for pedophile.
Yeah, it could be. Committed philanthropist with a keen sense of global markets and an in-depth knowledge of 21st century science. So the former president was commending Jeffrey Epstein's ability to talk science.
Well,
Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's co-conspirator who was sentenced to 20 years in prison for sex trafficking and other crimes, said in a recorded interview last year that it was she, not Epstein, who had a friendship with Bill Clinton, and that she was the one who suggested and organized his trips on Epstein's aircraft. Yeah, and this feels like one of those where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah,
type situations. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee who made the field trip to Chappaqua, New York, said they hope this week's testimony from the Clintons will spark Republican committee members to investigate more of Epstein's ties to President Donald Trump. Trump has repeatedly denied any knowledge of Epstein's crimes and said he cut off contact with his former friend more than 20 years ago. So even though it's behind closed doors, it's on video. And Hillary Clinton yesterday coming out and saying, here's what I said, here's what I was asked. Is a big waste of time. That's what her characterization is.
Yes.
We'll probably get a good portion of the transcript of this later on after the committee has had an opportunity to go through it and cut the highlight reel.
But I'm just looking, and there's a couple pictures out there online of the Clintons and Jeffrey Epstein together. So how, I realize it's politicians. So they're like, nope, I wasn't there, never did it, didn't see him. And you're like, but there's a picture. Yep, wasn't there, didn't see. Plausible deniability.
Back when pictures were not AI generated.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're like, so it just is one of those things like, I don't know. It just, as you said, there's smoke.
Yeah, where there's smoke, there might be fire. So they'll continue looking into that. Let's see, where the smoke is dying down, unfortunately, 3.5 weeks after Nancy Guthrie's abduction, the FBI says now it is reducing its number of personnel in Tucson and relocating its command post to Phoenix, where it has a big office. That's not good. The FBI says they'll keep agents in Tucson and continue to partner with the Pima County Sheriff's Department, but many agents are returning to Phoenix to work the case from there. I think that's a quiet way of saying, yeah, we've done all we can.
Right.
We've done all we can at this point. The shift is neither an indication that the case is over nor indication that investigators are giving up. That's what the sources say about the FBI's pullback. On Wednesday, FBI agents were seen walking Guthrie's property. For the moment, the sources said there's no additional investigative work that the FBI needs to do at the house. Instead, they say much of the case is now analytical. So they're looking through Walmart sales receipts because they think that the person got his backpack there.
Right.
The person who was seen on the Ring camera outside the front door.
Yeah.
Or whatever camera it was. Got his clothes there as well. That's what they think. Maybe, possibly. They're looking at the security footage. They're untangling the mixed sample of DNA that they retrieved from inside the house. They say they're parsing the roughly 1,500 tips that have some sort of leg of legitimacy after the tens of thousands that they've received elsewhere. So after the initial surge following the Tuesday Instagram post upping the reward to $1 million, $1.2 million to be exact, the number of calls to the sheriff's department has tapered off. So even Tuesday, after the $1 million was put out there,
we're like,
slight bump,
right?
And then like, sorry, we got nothing. So, all right.
So Pizzagate, you want to hear about Pizzagate?
Yeah, what was Pizzagate? Sorry about that.
Pizzagate's a debunked 2016 conspiracy theory falsely alleging that the Washington, D.C. pizza restaurant, Comet Ping Pong.
Comet Ping Pong was the name of a pizza place?
Yes,
okay.
Was the hub of child sex trafficking.
Oh, geez, really?
To a high-ranking Democratic Party official.
Oh.
So some guy went in there
Comet
in 2016
ping-pong.
with a rifle
Oh.
after the alleged it was supposed to be child trafficking and tried to shoot up the place.
Oh.
Ironically, though, he wasn't very good at it
Oh.
because he did shoot but didn't hurt anybody.
Must have been the anchovies.
Could be. Maybe he used a musket. So there was a conspiracy about this pizza place that people were calling in, and rather than getting pizzas, they were getting sex trafficking.
I
But
see.
I guess it was debunked.
Okay. So there was that 2016 incident, and then the rumors flew after that.
Right.
And so it eventually made its way into the House Oversight Committee questioning yesterday of Hillary Clinton. Did you
Correct.
have any knowledge about blah, blah, blah?
Right.
Did you ever go to this place? Do you ever get any pizza? Do you like anchovies?
Right.
Do you take pineapple with your Canadian bacon? All that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably very invasive.
Okay, 7:31. WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken
Did
Lundberg.
your
Mike
pizza have
Weibel.
gluten?
Does your pizza look like a planetary parade?
Right.
All right. Exactly. We'll be back with more. We've got the financial report from Bloomberg coming up in just a couple of moments.
Would you call free checking that pays you cash back on purchases unbelievable? No. It's free checking called Thrive Cashback, and it also gives you free ATM access nationwide every month.
All right, going on to our video live stream. Yeah. Pizzagate. I hadn't even heard of Pizzagate.
I didn't know what the kind. I've heard of it, but I just didn't
I remember
know what it was about.
Travelgate.
Yeah.
Remember Travelgate?
Yeah.
Travelgate was where the Clintons got in during the their first term. They got into office, and First Lady at the time, Hillary Clinton, cleared house at the White House travel office because they have a travel office.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you got a lot of people at the White House. They travel. You need a travel office to book all your civilian flights, not Air Force One,
Right.
but all the others. And the allegation was that she cleared the office so that she could put basically cronyism, bring a bunch of people in as favors
Right.
for government operations. I think we just do that out in the open now.
Yeah.
So
This
she
is expected.
The House Oversight Committee was investigating. I don't know. They probably had like 17 different investigations of the Clintons at the time. Former Indiana Congressman Dan Burton was the head of the Oversight Committee at the time, and I talked a lot with them about those things. They had interesting information. I got to tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens all the time with getting your nephew's cousin's brother a job
Or donors, big
Right.
campaign donors,
Right.
that kind of stuff. Okay. But clearly none of that is happening, with the construction of the East Wing of the White House and all that.
No. It's just some judge is trying to, or some group is trying to stop the ballroom now, being some preservation.
In fact, I have headlined this, "The Ballroom Dance is On." A federal judge yesterday denying a request.
That's the way,
Yeah.
I like it.
A federal judge yesterday denying a request to impose a preliminary injunction that would have blocked construction of the White House ballroom, while finding that the National Trust has raised novel and weighty arguments against the ballroom construction. The judge in the case, U.S. District Judge Richard Leon, who was a George W. Bush appointee, says he does not have the power to halt it under the arguments that the group has raised. So basically, he's not deciding on the merit of the case. He's saying, I don't have the power to do what you're asking me to do. So Leon's ruling suggests an amended complaint by the preservationists raising so-called ultra vires claims, effectively that Trump has operated outside the law, would be a better basis for a cause of action. He said, unfortunately, because both sides initially focused on the president's constitutional authority to destruct and construct the East Wing of the White House, plaintiffs did not bring the necessary cause of action to test the statutory authority that the president claims is the basis to do this construction project without the blessing of Congress with private funds. So, summarizing, you had historians bring a legal case, and you probably should have had lawyers do it.
Right.
I know they had lawyers, but come on.
Yeah, but again, like when I heard the news this morning, they were like, "Yep, Trump just tore down the building, and now he's building this," as if he's like on an excavator at night tearing down the building. I mean, obviously
he did. He ordered it in the middle of the night for the thing to happen on a faster pace than anything ever happens in Washington. If only he would focus that superpower on balancing the budget, paying down the debt, not tariffing us. forever.
Oh.
Sorry.
He's busy. He was on the excavator.
But again, it wasn't like this was Monticello or something like that.
Right.
This was the East Wing, which had undergone, as the president had pointed out, a number of different renovations.
Yes.
Whether or not it had historic value intrinsic to the office, probably not.
Right.
So probably okay to do, but they wanted them to go through the course of what the normal process of how you do this, because this thing arguably should stand for centuries.
Yes.
But will it? And will it look good?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah. I saw a new image rendering of it today, and it kind of looks like what a lot of the executive mansions look like in European countries.
Okay.
It's just all built up in very tight, urban type environments. And it looks nice here, but when you look here, it's like, gosh, that just it's like you really jammed that stuff in there, didn't you? So I think that's what they were thinking about. We've got to hold and be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
The airline's owner, IAG, says capacity is forecast to increase by around 3% this year. It says U.S. demand for premium leisure travelers is doing well. The airline group commands a market share of 50% of the North Atlantic route. Matt Piper, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
James Bingham on the video live stream says, my son very much enjoyed your trumpet.
Yes, and my response was, he obviously has good taste.
Parade. Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. Maybe we should get you a kazoo. Temperature outside in Benton Harbor right now, 31 degrees, 32 in St. Joseph, 32 in South Haven. Mostly sunny skies expected today, breezy and mild, a high around 55 degrees. We have news from ABC coming up next after this.
News is next, brought to you by Creative Landscaping and Design, creating landscapes for life for over 50 years. Family owned in Southwest Michigan.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Another incident involving a military laser weapon near the southern border. The Pentagon using that weapon to shoot down a drone near El Paso, but the drone belonged to U.S. Border Patrol. The Pentagon giving Anthropic until 5 o'clock this afternoon to agree on its terms, or it will drop a lucrative government contract with the AI company. Terms of the deal, Anthropic must agree to forsake its ethics commitments, allowing AI, not humans, to make final targeting decisions on the battlefield, and allowing the use of its technology for unlimited domestic surveillance.
This is a really big deal because if you just step back and look at this is really a fight over who sets the rules for how AI is used, and in this case, specifically by the military, the companies building it or the government using it.
ABC senior White House correspondent Selena Wang. Former President Bill Clinton appearing today before members of the House Judiciary Committee answering questions about what he knew about Jeffrey Epstein. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:39, 21 minutes before 8 o'clock. Coming up in our newscast at that time, we've got the search officially underway for a new Berrien County administrator. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners hiring a search firm to help fill the top slot at Berrien County government. We'll give you some more detail about that. Also in the news, the Berrien County Board of Commissioners honoring Captain Rocky Adams following his retirement, 25 years with the Berrien County Sheriff's Department, including more than a decade as emergency management coordinator. So congratulations on a great career, Rocky.
And thank you for your service.
Absolutely. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, a South Haven man has died following a crash that happened this week in Indiana. State police say the collision happened around 11 a.m. Wednesday on US 31 near State Road 16 in Miami County. Authorities say an 88-year-old Indiana driver pulled into the intersection and into the path of a vehicle driven by 79-year-old Joseph Wilhelm of South Haven. He did not survive that crash. So again, another note, with more sunshine and the clearer roads, people are going to go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Might not be paying attention, so do be careful. 7:40 WSJM Morning Show continues. We've got sports coming up after a look at state news.
The Michigan News.
All right. Back at it. Let's see.
Back at it. So one thing we would like to remind you of on the video
Yes.
live stream
Yes.
is to like.
Oh, yeah.
So even if you subscribe, which is awesome, we'd love it that you subscribe.
Yes.
Hit the bell for notifications
Ding,
so you're
ding.
reminded.
Ding, ding.
But if you like it, then it helps us with the YouTube and Facebook algorithm to keep us out there in people's forefront. So,
That evil algorithm.
right. So like.
Yes. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thank you for that reminder.
You're welcome.
Let's see what else do we have going
If you
on here.
like that reminder, like it.
Oh, the other thing that I should mention is I'm now posting on a daily basis the 7 o'clock hour of the WSJM morning show. I'm as a podcast.
Oh, okay.
So not only can you, if you want to watch it, that's great.
Right.
Here's the camera. We watch it. But if you just want to listen to it, say you want to put your headphones on and walk the dog or get your daily exercise or do whatever, watch the planetary parade, you can get the podcast of that hour.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Monday and Friday when Mike's here,
Right.
we put that in the podcast. In fact, it's there right now. Hi, people listening on the podcast.
Right.
Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when I have special community voice guests in, you can hear those interviews as well.
Yeah. So if you miss something or you just like, you know what? I want to take a walk with Mike and Kat.
You can listen
You
to
can
it
do
on your
that.
podcast
Right.
on the go. It's content on demand. All right, let's see what else we have going on. There's an airport in Florida, Tampa
Several of them,
International
actually.
Airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Tampa International Airport said on social media yesterday it wanted to ban people from wearing pajamas at their facility.
Wow. You can appreciate that.
They no longer wanted to see people show up at the airport wearing their silk Hugh Hefner pajamas or their little bunny onesies.
Right.
And no, apparently they were not being serious. They were just joking. Do you think they
Well,
were really
they?
joking?
Were they?
Yeah, were they really joking?
You know, eating at Walmart in the evening.
Yeah.
And it's what people wear to Walmart.
Is it just in the evening?
Well,
Because honestly,
gets
it's like
worse.
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
But you go to Florida, Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole nother level.
What is it?
Just because, again, it's hot.
Yeah.
So they're wearing a lot less.
Oh.
And
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
And you know, the old Daisy Dukes of the South,
Oh.
that ain't good. And as they say, you know, spandex isn't always your friend.
Oh boy. There was a post talking
just
about
not.
Tampa's International Airport. It can only do so much.
Right. It's so comfortable. Yeah, but
For who?
yeah.
A post on the airport's official X account said that after successfully going Crocs free, Tampa International had seen enough of pajamas. The post said, "The madness stops today. The movement starts now." Yeah, I guess they wanted to get rid of pajamas, but they didn't.
They did.
They were just kidding.
Just funning around.
Yeah, 5.7 million people viewed the social media post. Bo Zimmer is an airport spokesperson. He told the Associated Press the post was part of the airport's long-standing social media persona, which is basically a tongue-in-cheek voice that it had cultivated since its early days on Twitter. The account has attracted a loyal global following. They appreciate the humor, apparently. Zimmer said, "Our regular social media followers just eat this stuff up. But obviously, this is all in fun, and we encourage our travelers to be comfortable." Comfortable.
Yeah. Which
U.S.
shorts.
U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy reacted to the post with a GIF of actor John Krasinski from The Office saying, "Yes, yes." Duffy has been encouraging passengers to dress more formally while flying, part of a civility campaign that he launched last November called The Golden Age of Travel Starts With You. The Golden Age of Travel starts with you. The Transportation Department said the campaign was intended to jumpstart a nationwide conversation around how we can restore courtesy and class to air travel.
There you go.
The airport released a statement later on Thursday clarifying the post was intended as a joke.
I just got a funny text from somebody who is recanting my statement of spandex is not always your friend.
Oh.
with an LOL. They thought that was quite
Oh,
entertaining.
they
So,
appreciated that? Okay. All
so
right.
it's just a standard for Friday.
7:45.
Spandex, not always your friend.
We'll be back with more in just a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
Mostly sunny skies today, and temperatures getting much warmer. We're going to be up around 50 degrees for the afternoon. The wind will be pretty breezy out of the southwest. Some of the wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy to clear. We drop down to 30. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy. High temperatures only at 38 with a chance of snow by Saturday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:46. The Friday, the last Friday in February.
Yeah.
Seems like just a month ago we had the last Friday in January.
I know. But, this is a short month, but it didn't feel like a short month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like it flew by. It was a long month for you? Well, that's
Yeah.
because you had your face swell up 3 times.
I know. Such a time warp when that happens.
We'll get to the Moody on the Market update in just a moment. We're going to talk about cheese, believe it or not. But first, I want to get this story out of the way from California.
Okay.
There's a Los Angeles County man who allegedly was caught on camera inside of his apartment that he shares with roommates, spraying an unknown substance to allegedly poison his roommate's food. He was arrested at his home earlier this week. The investigation began back in December when deputies were called for reports of a poisoning incident. That's what LA County Sheriff's Department said. The alleged victims told deputies they had been feeling sick and couldn't figure out why.
Now you know.
Yeah. Deputies were called. No arrests were made at that time. Deputies were called again to the home this week for another alleged poisoning. When they arrived, the suspect was not at the house. The roommates said that they had checked their home surveillance cameras. They set cameras up pointing at the kitchen.
Yeah.
And allegedly,
Somebody was thinking.
it allegedly showed the man in goggles, in a gas mask, and holding an aerosol can of some sort, going around and spraying everything in the kitchen, from the fruit on the counter to the stuff in the pantry, just spraying like crazy.
So I wonder what sentence do you get for that?
In the video, the man the man has the respirator mask and he sprays a mask and he sprayed all the substances in the kitchen, dishes too. One of the homeowners or the renters who was allegedly poisoned said it tasted really weird, like chemicals. We dumped out the food. We filed for that too. There was another charge. He's trying to poison us. At the time, they didn't have enough evidence to prove the allegations, but now they've got the video. They turned it over to law enforcement. It showed 2 different instances of their food being sprayed with what they think is bug spray, like Raid or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, deputies went back to the home earlier this week around 4:50 in the afternoon after the Hoppers called them to say the suspect was at home. When they attempted to speak with the suspect, he barricaded himself inside of his room, said, "I'm not coming out."
Well,
after several hours during which a mental evaluation team was called in, he was finally detained about 9 at night. What a bad roommate.
Yeah, for sure.
You won't come out of your room. You spray our food with bug spray.
And then barricade yourself back in there again.
And then you keep the cops here. You keep guests here till after 9.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, the good thing is those roommates who were sprayed or poisoned, they also doctors determined that they now have no worms and are parasite free.
Exactly. The suspect was issued a citation with a notice to appear in court and was taken out of town with family members who picked him up. The family members say he's had some mental issues, illness issues in the past. So there you go. 7:49 WSJ. Watch your roommates.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, you suspect your roommate, you might want to put a camera up.
Yeah, or a classified ad for a new place. Okay. Moody on the Market Update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Mike Weibel, did you know that there's a factory that makes cheese that's sold all over the country right here in Berrien County?
What?
Yeah, Old Europe Cheese operates out
Well,
of
they call it Old Michigan cheese.
Well,
Why is it gotta
Old
be European cheese?
Listen to the story. Old Europe Cheese operates out of a facility on Empire Avenue in Benton Harbor. I've driven by this place a million times. I'm very curious about it. But Andrew Green finally went in and talked to the folks there, and he brought the story forward. He said, Old Europe Cheese operates out of a facility on Empire Avenue in Benton Harbor. They've been producing soft cheeses there for about 40 years.
What?
General Manager Gilbert Burgoyne tells us they're a Spanish-owned company headquartered in Madrid with facilities in France, Spain, Mexico, and Poland. And they came to Benton Harbor back in the 80s. Yeah, they were looking.
That's crazy.
Some
That
people
we're
know.
just hearing about this.
Yeah, some people know about this, but I mean, not many apparently. They were looking to expand in the U.S. They sent somebody to search for a location, and he found this facility. So in 1987, they purchased the facility on Empire. It was originally just a fluid dairy plant, and they slowly converted it to making semi-soft cheeses like Gouda, Edams, soft cheeses like the Breeze. Burgoyne says the factory in Benton Harbor eventually switched its operation over to focus almost entirely on Brie. They make it under the Rennie Picot label.
Rennie Picot?
Rennie Picot. So RENYPICOT. Rennie Picot.
Where's that sold?
Everywhere. United States, Mexico, other places as well. He said, we just produced what we call a semi-soft brie cheese, kind of French style. We produce it in a 5 ounce, 8 ounce, 14 ounce, 1 kilo, 3 kilo. We also make a unique product, which we call a rectangle log. And we make that in different sizes as well. It's kind of unique because it's a rectangle shape and it's easy to slice rather than slice into the rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they have about 45 employees. The company last year produced around 1 million pounds of cheese.
Wow.
That's
a lot of bacteria.
No, that's a lot of cheese, all using milk from a Michigan supplier.
Even better.
Yeah. So anyway, Andrew Green took a tour of the location this week and filed the story. It's up on moodyonthemarkets.com. So if you want to take a look at that and understand a little bit more about a fabulous cheese place right in our backyard, there it is.
Thanks, Andrew Green.
Yeah, Moody on the Market Update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. I'm thinking for development purposes, put a cracker place right next to it.
Would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, cheese and crackers.
Unless
Okay.
you're lactose intolerant,
And-
nothing's moving on Moody.
And then a wine place right across the street.
Oh,
How cool would that be?
yeah.
All right, 7:53.
We got those too.
WSJM Morning Show continues.
Insurance Management Service.
Oh my gosh. Did you know? You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
I had driven by there a million times and I didn't know what cheeses they made. I knew they made cheese.
Right.
But that they made 1 million pounds of cheese last year.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of cheese. That's that'll fill a turnpike.
At least.
Yeah, they say right now the company ships its cheeses around the United States to Mexico and to Costa Rica. And Burgoyne says if you're looking for a high quality French style soft brie, look for Rennie Picot. I've seen that brand. And maybe ask your favorite store to stock it if they don't.
That's right.
Rennie
They're
Picot.
local.
Yeah.
Picot.
Yeah. 45 employees.
Fun to say too. Rennie Picot.
Rennie Picot. All right, 7:54 WSJM Morning Show continues. Hope everyone has a great weekend planned. Bill, you racing at all this weekend? What's going on? Let's see.
Rennie Picot.
Looking at the temperatures outside. Yeah, we
Sun's
still
up.
Sun's up. Fun's up.
That's right. Friday, sun's up, fun's up. Rennie Picot Day.
Let's see. What else do we have going on here? Netflix. We saw.
You know what would be really nice of those people
What's
over
that?
there at the European Cheese Company is to send us a sampler.
Oh yeah.
Did Andrew Green bring us back a sampler?
He,
No.
He claims that he did not receive a sampler basket.
Well, it would have been nice so that we could actually taste this quality cheese and give a review.
I may ask Mr. Burgoyne to come in.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I think that'd be fun. I'll invite you in that day.
Okay.
And maybe we can get a cheese platter.
And maybe we could get a cracker place together, like you say, and introduce them.
and a wine place.
Right.
Everyone come in together. I think that'd be good.
It would.
Okay, this one hit home for me. Weber or Weber for the grill. What do you?
Weber.
You call it Weber?
Yeah.
Always. My dad always said it was Weber. I don't know why, but anyway, Weber grills. Weber grill brushes. More than 3.2 million metal wire bristle grill brushes are being recalled by Weber. As the bristles could break off and get into people's foods.
That could happen.
According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. Why does this hit home for me? Because every time I clean the grill with the brush, the grill brush, I've got to pick the little hairs of metal bristles off the grill. It happens every time. It's like, seriously? How does this happen? Apparently, they know about it, and now they're being forced to recall the product. 6 different models are affected by the recall, some being sold nationwide since 2011.
Wow,
that's a long time. So
14 years of bristles in your teeth.
In your gullet. I mean, because
hopefully you passed it.
It's a bristle. It's going to hurt you. The Consumer Product Safety Commission said bristles could get stuck to grill grates.
Would hurt you when it comes out.
And end up in people's foods, lodging themselves in individuals' throats or your digestive tracts, potentially causing internal injury. The agency added that Weber is aware of at least 38 reports. Make that 39.
Right.
39 of bristles detaching, including 4 cases that required medical treatment. The brushes were sold in stores and online between $10 and $17. Boy, they must have got a deal because I paid more than that. The recalled products have also been found on third-party resale sites, including eBay.
Probably bootleg stuff.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says consumers should immediately stop using the recalled grill brushes and contact Weber for a cold cleaning nylon bristle replacement. Oh, great. So you get a nylon, you get a nylon brush.
Yeah.
So you get little microplastics in your gullet.
Yeah, but those stay. They're fine.
Yeah, they lodge in your brain and your testes and everything else.
Better than having a nylon thing in your testes than a metal one in your anus.
Oh, jeez.
Speaking of Uranus, there's a parade of planets coming up.
Anyway, you should go on to medical school. The recall issued by
astronaut.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission includes the following. Let's see, the 12-inch brush, the 18-inch brush. Is going back as far as 2011 and sold all the way into this year as well. All right, we got to come back. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Be right back.
And he says, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Well, I have a flat tire. Will I help you?" I said, "No, you go home. It's Friday night." He said, "No, I'm going to help you." His name was Chase. And I said, "It's okay, young man." He changed that whole tire for me. This man has integrity. He could have went home. We're thinking about changing to a gas furnace. And the young man said, "Well, you're kind of out of our district, but we'll check on it." Well, Mr. McGee, Scott, called me up. He said, "Well, come on, look at it." He says, he gave me a price. It was an excellent price. And they put a gas furnace in, propane. And they service it twice a year. And you don't even know it's running. This is so clean and nice and quiet. And the price was an excellent price. So yes, I do. I recommend Scott McGee. Yeah, good people.
Feel at ease with McGee's. Your local Bryan Factory authorized dealer.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:59. Michael's getting spicy about the commercials on the video live stream.
Yeah, well.
He's got I love the immediate feedback. That's good stuff. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. We talk about the video live stream, and if you've not experienced it, please do at some point. We have basically Mike and I unfiltered for the full hour, and you can hear the full conversation of things we talk about. We talked about a U.S. Air Force pilot getting drummed up on charges of training the Chinese military how to fly our planes. We just got done talking about how angry I am that grill brushes are leaving little metal strands in our barbecue
Definitely you got
food.
A bristle in your craw about that.
I do. All right. So anyway, so you miss out. You miss a lot, but you can always go back and check it out. We have the archive posted right now at the WSJM Smart app or on YouTube or on Facebook. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News,